In this video we shall be looking at Asus GTX 680 DirectCU 2 Top Edition. Now according to Asus, the DirectCU 2 Top Edition is the cream of the crop. They cherry pick the GPU which goes onto this card, and they do that in order to clock the card at 1201 MHz. The appearance of the card is fairly large. It's 3 slots wide. The cooler has 2 fans, 100mm each, and the I/O panel at the end of the card has 2 DVI ports, 1 HDMI and 1 DisplayPort. The contents of the package contains a extra long SLI bridge to cater for the wider card, a 2 PCIe 6-pin to PCIe 8-pin converter cable, a utility disk and user's manual. Coming back to the appearance of the card, the size has been a topic of much discussion, and fairly so. The card is just shy of 1 feet long, which may not sound like much if we are comparing to a car, but inside a computer case that's a big deal. I mean, big. For example, here we have the Corsair 350D. We can see that the space in the center of the case is pretty much dominated by the card. Thus, in this micro ATX case, there is little room for any other card. While in a slightly bigger case, for example, here we have the Lian PC9N, there are more room owing to the fact that this is a bigger case to begin with. However, there is no hard drive cage or anything like that next to the card, so that area is completely open. The point of saying this is that it needs to be taken into consideration what the clearance is for the card, or the card will not just fit. Now, having talked about the length of the card, there's something else that needs mentioning. Apparently under the cover of the cooler, there's about an inch of empty space. There's nothing there. Now on a top shelf card like this, that is something that is too big to be an oversight. To leave empty spaces just to have the biggest card in the market, that's just silly, if not wrong. Let's look at some performance figures. Now I'm using over here a AMD FX 8350. The reason for using this CPU is so that we have some performance data using this CPU, and why it is relevant, I will discuss that in more details as we proceed in the video. First off, 3DMark scores: iStorm 101,513 points, CloudGate 18,380 points, Firestrike 5,058 points. With 3DMark 11 as well, the performance was fairly acceptable with a overall score of P9274. The next test was using Cinebench. Now Cinebench uses OpenGL to test graphics performance, and in general it is regarded that AMD based graphics cards do a little bit better in that, but the score was 51.78 FPS, which is acceptable performance in any game. Speaking of games, this CPU and GPU combination manages a healthy 30 plus FPS in Crysis 3, which is quite reasonable performance, and in Full HD the experience of the gameplay is not compromised in any way. Now I did mention earlier that the use of AMD CPU over here has some relevance, and that is to do with the current time. The release of NVIDIA 700 series graphics card is around the corner in Australia, and the release of newer AMD based CPU is also imminent. So, as the new products hit the market, the current ones are bound to drop in price. Already the AMD 8350 costs around $230 or less, and the 680 can be bought for around $440 or even less. So someone with a mid-range budget looking to build a all-rounder computer, this combination is a worthy proposition. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. What you like or disliked about this video, please be sure to let us know in the comment section below. And please do also remember to subscribe in order to stay updated with our latest upcoming videos. Hope to see you next time. Bye for now.